My entrepreneurial kind of interest began actually when I was at Northwestern. I happened to be walking down the hall. I remember one day just randomly from the lab to class and saw this interesting poster that was hanging on the department bulletin board asking for anyone with a scientific background interested in doing a little bit of consulting. Sent an email, ended up grabbing coffee with them. And then it turned out that it was an MBA student who was looking to start a startup. They were trying to build an approach by which they could take technologies that were coming out of universities, labs, being announced globally, and be able to share that with innovators across different industries. I hadn't known him
Wow.
at the time, but that nucleus of the three of us plus another business school student ended up becoming the foundation of PreScouter. And so we started PreScouter in 2010. It's now sort of an 8-figure-year business, a couple hundred employees across a couple continents, basically helping Fortune 500 companies find technologies at universities and startups. The thing I think I realized about myself during that experience was that though I loved science, I also really loved the go-to-market aspect of building a software business. I would wake up at 8 o'clock. From 8 to 5, I would actually go do cold calls for the startup. Then from
Wow.
5 till 2 a.m., I do experiments in the lab. And then I'd go home and sleep for a couple hours and then come back in and start all over again. So it was a pretty intense year or two, but it was such a formative and enriching experience to be able to do both at the same time. I often encourage a lot of PhD students and postdocs to have that kind of side hustle because it gives you a new perspective and helps work a different part of your brain that enriches the work that you're probably doing in the lab from a scientific standpoint.